Welcome back. Today we're going to be checking out a brand new laser we got in the workshop. It's from our friends at Acmer. It's the Acmer P2, and we will be checking out the 33-watt version of it today. So the P2 system, it comes completely pre-assembled. All you've got to do is take it out, plug in the air supply, and you are ready to go. With this laser, I do also have the optional enclosure to go with it as well. As you can see, it was very simple to build. I put it up in a couple of minutes and it fits over the machine absolutely perfect. And after using this machine for a couple of weeks and testing it on different materials, the power from this machine, it is something you'd expect from a low-end CO2 laser. And if you stick around, I will show you exactly how clean and how smooth this machine can cut acrylic with no problem whatsoever. And like I said, there's zero assembly required with this machine. You can have it out of the box and ready to go within a minute. So we can use this machine to engrave up to 30,000 millimeters a minute. It says you can cut up to 30 millimeter wood. Now the thickest I've gone is 6 millimeter and it cut it in one pass, no problem whatsoever. And the same with the acrylic. And as I mentioned, I will be using the 33-watt diode, but there are options to get the 10-watt and 20-watt. Obviously, prices will vary and we'll go through them near the end of the video as well. All I had to do was set it up with LightBurn, so I connected it to the laptop with the USB cable that came with the machine. Then in LightBurn, just press Find My Device, and it literally found it instantly. So Acmer, as a company, are the people who supply this laser. In my eyes, they do tend to go the extra mile for their customers, whether you are brand new to using lasers or if you're a seasoned professional and you've been using them for years and years. Because on their website, I will put a link down in the description. They do give very detailed instructions for different materials and how to cut and engrave them. So it'll give you like your powers, your speeds, and everything you'll need to do. And from the ones I've tested on the website, they've worked perfectly every single time. But with this machine, they also supplied something that I've never had another company do before, and that is supply this. So this is a power and speeds template for using wood on this machine, and it was all already pre-done. There were speeds and powers for engraving and cutting, and it also show you up the top here different darknesses you can get and depths with engraving. And this came in very useful because usually when I get a new machine in Lightburn, I'd like to run obviously material tests to see what works with it. And with wood, I didn't have to do it at all. Right, so let's go through a couple of tests I've done with the machine. And everything I've done so far is stored in this little box. And I should also say this box was actually made using this machine. And the precision of the cutting from the laser made sure that this box would fit together absolutely perfect and slot in without needing any glue. And if I show you the piece of wood this was cut out on, if you can look at that, there are zero scorch marks. So I was using a honeycomb bed underneath this, and usually with a lot of lasers like CO2 and stuff like that, you can get scorch marks on the bottom where the lasers bounce back up. But with this one, using the recommended settings, it is absolutely clean. I didn't have to clean anything up, any soot, nothing like that. So wood on this machine to cut and engrave, which we'll look at in a moment, it is pretty close to perfect, I must say. So let's have a look at some slate. So if we can get that one in focus, it's supposed to be like a 3D effect mandala with the bit in the middle is supposed to look a bit more three-dimensional and out of place. In my eyes, that is exactly how you want your slate engravings to turn out. Using the right settings in Lightburn, you can get, again, near close to perfection with these. So that was a 3D effect image. Let's have a look at a portrait. And you can see, get that in the right light. Again, that looks like it's been printed on. That is exactly how the image looked in Lightroom when it was converted to grayscale. And again, with the right settings, you can get almost perfect results. Again, with diode lasers, when the power tends to go up, the quality on engraving tends to go down because it uses like a thicker beam and more power. With this machine, I haven't noticed that. Again, this can engrave just as good as like a 3 or 5 watt diode machine. And another thing we tested was a cork coaster. And if I show you that, again, this is just a random image I found on Google. Perfect. It hasn't missed anything. It hasn't skipped any lines. Everything has come out amazing. Cork is so nice to engrave because it doesn't require much power and you can really push the speeds up on the machine. And with this one, I really did test it. And again, it hasn't jumped or skipped any lines at running those high speeds. Again, I'd say that is perfect. The lines on it are just so crisp and clean. It's not something you tend to see on the cheaper machines because sometimes they can slip the motors. If the motors are running too fast, they can skip lines, but not with that machine. This was another slate. This is the first slate coaster I did where I just tested some settings I knew would roughly work. And again, it's just one of those 3D illusion images. And yeah, for just some random settings I knew would kind of work for another 22-watt machine, this being 33-watt, it just means there's lots of versatility in regards to where you're setting your powers. You're not going to get a bad result at all. Again, getting that in the right light, it just looks so crisp and clean. Did some engraving and cutting on plywood, again using the recommended settings from this. That is what I got. That is one of the best things with diode lasers. You can get darker engravings than you can with something like a CO2. And again, everything just looks so crisp and clean on there. The text, the really small text at the bottom, just amazing. And obviously we're going to check out some metal business cards. So this was engraving, so it's converted into a vector, so just solid lines. And again, you can see it has come out really nice. Everything perfect. The text at the bottom, again, perfectly clear. And again, that's one of the great things with these types of business cards. You can really bring the power down and ramp the speed up. Again, this hasn't missed a beat doing that. And then with one of these black business cards, we tried doing an image. And again, in my eyes, absolutely perfect. The results on this is similar to something you would get from a fiber laser. Honestly, it is. There's no individual lines or anything you can pick up there. Everything is just crisp, clean, and again, almost perfect. It looks exactly how it's supposed to. If we try and get that close, you can see there's no there's no lines in it. There's no layer lines or anything. And speaking of similarities to fiber lasers, not only can this machine engrave that good on metal business cards, it can also do metal. So this is a stainless steel block. And if I can get it in the right light, you can see all the different colors we've managed to get. We got blues, greens, purples, golds. There's just so many different colors in there. I didn't have enough time to get all the colors I wanted to, but I wanted to engrave on the back a full colored image. So this is something I'm going to be playing around with to try and get all the colors in the spectrum and obviously try and do a full color image on the back. So I'll probably do that in another video. And another thing I've been impressed with this machine is the thickness of wood I've been able to engrave. So again, this is 6mm plywood, and I've managed to cut this little guy out and honestly flew through it with no problem. There's a bit of scorching on the back, but not much. But if you look at the front again, that 6mm plywood, it absolutely flew through that. Using the settings they recommended on the website, that is done in one pass. And like, it wasn't done at a snail's pace, it was done pretty quick. So it is a very impressive machine. When they say 33-watt, in his actual output in 33 watts, because this is probably more powerful than the K40 CO2 laser I had. It certainly cuts a lot cleaner and a lot quicker. And the main reason why a lot of people tend to go with CO2 over diode, and that would usually be because of acrylic. But again, if you look at this, that is 3mm black acrylic and 3mm red acrylic. You can see it hasn't melted the edges. Everything is crisp and clean. Again, something similar to what you get on a CO2 machine. In fact, when I put the settings in to cut the black out, I run it at 2 passes just to make sure I was getting through it. But not only did it run through the black acrylic, it run through the 3mm plywood I had on the back of it, cut clean through it. And that surprised me so much because we know from trying other diode lasers, even though it can do it, you usually run it at a snail's pace and it's melting the edges and nothing's clean. But with this laser, none of that. I haven't experienced anything catching fire, nothing melting, because you are able to run this machine so quick. It's not staying in one place too long, and it is literally just cutting through it like butter. So if you want to find out more about this machine, guys, check out today's video sponsor, Acmer. I'll put a link down in the description for this exact laser, so you can get an absolute beast of a unit like this P2 for pennies at the moment. And yeah, don't forget to check them out below, guys. I must say honestly though, using this machine for the past couple of weeks, it is genuinely, in my eyes, one of the best diode lasers on the market. And as you can see from the stuff I've made with it so far, this is an ideal machine, not just a beginner, but somebody who's looking to upgrade their current diode laser, or somebody that's got a CO2 laser, but you don't like the maintenance of it. I'd recommend getting something like this because honestly, it is an absolute game changer. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video on the Acmer P2. Again, don't forget to check out the sponsor in the description below. Don't forget to like the video, and if you're not already, guys, subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. Ta-da.